Hi there, it's Erin, and I'm here to talk to you today about multidimensionality, very related to spiritual awakening. What I feel is really happening is that we are coming online and we are integrating our souls, and our souls are multidimensional. So if you've had a spiritual awakening, you're beginning to tap into the aspects of your soul that exist outside of space and time, and you're becoming more adept at navigating those realms while still being grounded here. So let's talk about these 10 different signs and symptoms that you are becoming more multidimensional. Okay. So the number one sign that I have is that you are becoming more empathic. Your empath body and your truthometer is on high gear. You could almost call yourself an evolving human lie detector. You'll be able to detect truth in others, but also untruth. And it'll become increasingly difficult for you to pretend to be anything other than what you are, or maybe what you are becoming. And this happens in so many different ways, and it can really show up in our life in our relationships. It may really require us to take a look at how we've been operating, what our previous reality was, and whether or not that resonates with us anymore. Your body is becoming more multidimensional, and your energy fields are perhaps expanding out, giving you more sensory input. It's also a symptom of your heart coming online. This is the part of you that has no judgment, that is pure wisdom and truth. I would call this the portal to your authentic self. But as you are opening the wisdom centers in your body, those pieces and parts of your actual body, or chakras, will now be operating at more of the soul level, more energy, less matter. The things that don't resonate as truth in this higher vibration are going to present, and you'll be given opportunities to take a look at those things, how information that someone is giving you resonates in your body, that will help you with your discernment of truth, not truth. What's right for me, what's not right for me. So that was our number one, is having this empath body that really begins to inform you, this truth center that really begins to inform you in higher realities of what is resonating and aligning with you and your new vibration and not resonating anymore. Number two is advanced dreaming and dream life. Now, there may be someone watching who is a friend of mine who is one of the most advanced dreamers I've ever met. And if you recognize yourself, yes, you will know. And I hope that you comment or give me a little thumbs up or just a little shout out, because you were the first person that I met that really does this very, very lucid and vivid type of dreaming where you're actively working with yourself and your soul, and maybe even more aware in your dreams of what you're working through in this lifetime than even in waking life. This type of advanced dreaming may just be ramping up for people who are becoming more multidimensional, because really the different brainwave states and the realms which our consciousness exists in here on earth are expanding and deepening as we become more multidimensional. The sleeping self is an aspect of self where you have access to your guides, your higher self, the astral plane. You may be teaching in classrooms on the astral plane, or you may be in these centers of learning, of higher, more advanced spiritual learning, and bringing that spiritual intelligence and anchoring it into your life in this matrix, in this waking life, in this body temple that you are inhabiting, this avatar that is like your biological soul suit that allows you to operate in this realm. So when I talk about advanced dreaming, some of those signs that you're having more advanced multidimensional dream states are different types of lucidity, more shamanic dreaming where you are connecting with plants, animals, symbols, really giving yourself signs in dreams that you can pull into the waking life to inform you. Having sensory experiences in your dream, like smelling, tasting, hearing, seeing different types of color spectrums. There is also an aspect of therapeutic dreaming that has really started happening for me and some other people I know, where you will wake up and know, and you have this feeling in your body, in your emotional body, that you were just working through something really ugly that your waking self would not want to engage in, like deep shame or guilt or public humiliation or something that you wouldn't want to have to work through in real life, right? So in the dream world, you are actively working through these scenarios, probably in the fourth dimension or the astral, where you can really work through that stuff that is in your emotional body, that is sort of trapped there or blocked there. And you are setting up scenarios for yourself where your higher guides can really work through that stuff with you, and you can bring your child aspects in. I've been waking up knowing that I was just working through something, sometimes waking up crying or having a past life remembrance. This is the kind of advanced dreaming that I'm speaking of. Some of you may have been doing this your whole life, but for the rest of us who had a spiritual awakening in a recent years that we can remember, this is going to be happening more and more. And you will be bringing yourself things to work through in dreams that may actually be like precognitive, things that you will be encountering later on in your waking life. But if you work through it in a dream already, then you will have a sense that you've already done this before. And I think I'm leaking into another one of the signs. Okay, let me stop here and go to number 3. Number 3, you will be experiencing reality and timeline shifts that you can sense and feel, and it will have a surreal quality to it. So deja vu feelings, a rehearsed, we already did this kind of feeling creeping in some scenarios. It'll be happening more and more for some of us. Number 4, you will be having simultaneously to this sort of more psychic intuitive awakening, a very somatic body related awakening. Your body is going to want to move more. You'll be running more energy through your body, awakening your higher dimensional circuitry in your body, the circuitry that is crystalline. And we are switching over now in our higher vibration from a more carbon based human experience in our bodies to crystalline. And crystalline consciousness is that Christ consciousness that comes in through our higher selves, through our souls, to really connect us to our divine template as humans, as awakened and divine humans. So you will be bringing this online, and your body will be experiencing its own type of awakening that is very somatic. You may be guided to Kundalini yoga or any type of yoga, really, that helps you to process energies and to sink down into especially the lower chakras of the body where your soul needs to anchor. We carry a lot of dense energy in our lower chakras, and keeping your body in tune and keeping yourself, your spirit in your body becomes so important in your multidimensional awakening, because this is where your soul consciousness wants to anchor. And this is where you can begin to transmute some very heavy generational trauma, your ancestral wounds. They're hiding in those lower chakras. Not to say that we aren't healing in our upper chakras as well, but we tend to come online more easily up here above the waist. So you may be experiencing a very somatic type of awakening where you need to do work with your body things like EFT tapping to help calm the nervous system and really bring the spirit into the body. I mean, I'm just thinking of some different ancient spiritual technologies that are very available and free, like yoga and EFT tapping, which is just acupressure point tapping. And I do a lot of videos on that, of course. That's because I want to bring this spiritual technology to the forefront and help inform people about it and let you know that that's here to help you in bringing your multidimensional awareness online and helping you to heal the nervous system, which is really the nervous system, and the stress hormones that we're holding are really the barrier between our body and our higher selves. There, I just said it. And it's the truth. I'm telling you, it's the truth. Before I move on, I want to say that in a somatic awakening, dance becomes very important. Moving energy through your body, moving energy through your hands. A lot of people will activate their light language in their hands before their throat chakra. So, well, I'm talking about another one now. Okay, so let me get to that one. Number 5 is your attention to the natural world will naturally evolve because it is life, it is presence, it is the planetary consciousness from which you are emerging in this form. So you will be paying more attention to nature, and probably nature will be paying more attention to you. It will be able to sense your divine light, your multidimensionality, your presence, as well as you are anchoring more of your presence into yourself. The trees will notice, the animals will notice, the very ground that you walk on will notice your light and want to interact with it. That means that the shamanic aspects of yourself are going to be coming online as well. And you may be tuning into more shamanic guides or higher selves that you will be anchoring so that you can really bring your presence online here and be an ally to Earth, to uplift the vibration of Earth and to anchor your light here. Now, number 6 is a stronger connection to your guides, to your what I consider to be guides. And these are just aspects of yourself in other dimensions. These are aspects of your soul, you existing in other dimensions of time, space, reality, and being able to plug into them. And actually, they'll be plugging into you. I don't have to do much work to bring those in, they come. And it's just a matter of me losing my resistance and surrendering to that and allowing them to push through the darkness that they need to push through me in order to make a seat for themselves in my temple, in my body. And in order to do that, we do that shadow work. We work through the emotions, the things that we've been holding on to as blockages. And we get more and more help with that because we're bringing these guides in, because we are connecting more to our higher selves as a collective, in the sense that we're delving deeper into, the types of pain that we haven't been able to unearth for lifetimes. But at the same time, we're getting more and more help. As our light quotient increases, we become more capable of doing this type of light work and deep ancestral healing work for the collective. So guidance comes in stronger, inner guidance, inner wisdom. Number 7 would be, I'm just going to call it ego deaths. Or a better way to say it might be ego integrations. The pieces and parts of yourself that were really a false identity that you needed to survive for a certain number of years and create whatever life it is that you have created in the past will begin to fall away. And it may be very uncomfortable. So for me, an example of that is losing my teacher identity when I quit my teacher job to begin doing quantum work. I had been a teacher for 13 years and I felt a very strong sense of mastery and respect from my peers and just love and admiration from students and families. And giving all of that up was a huge ego death for me. And I was entering a big blank, empty space where I didn't know myself anymore. So that's what I mean by an ego death. It is an integration of actually a more authentic version of you that exists in a higher vibration, but it may feel very scary and very blank space. And I'm empty. I don't know who I am. And that's natural and normal as we are integrating these big, less programmed aspects of self. The higher we go in the dimensionality, the less programming those aspects of us have. They're getting closer and closer and closer to true source light and freedom. And so if I'm integrating a fifth dimensional aspect of myself, that aspect of me is going to have a whole lot less programming, a whole lot more space, freedom, light, openness. But it may feel very strange to my ego that wants to have, almost wants that constriction of this is what I am and wants the box. It's scary once the box disappears. So ego death and that feeling of instability, I don't know who I am, is a symptom and a sign that you're becoming more multidimensional. So yay. Okay. So number 8 is that you get this feeling that you are existing between realms often. It's a very dreamy, kind of floaty, and to be honest with you, a very ungrounded type of feeling. Now, the answer to that obviously is grounding, grounding, grounding. But, sometimes it just feels like that isn't possible. And you stay in this kind of floaty, I'm between dimensions. Maybe you feel like you're still a little bit asleep or you're still dreaming, or, this can happen in meditation. Best thing to do is do some kind of grounding practice. Go outside, touch a tree, eat some food, drink some water, do some exercise, do a little yoga, pet an animal, do something that really connects you to your body. Tapping really helps me. Okay, I'm going to stop harping on tapping. You've heard me talk about it enough. A very floaty, kind of ungrounded, between dimensions feeling. You may be channeling more that feeling of, feeling kind of like you're being taken away. A lot of times that means that you're channeling, but the way to bring your channel in and really utilize it for yourself is to begin to ground and be in your body. That's the best way to open and ground your channeling abilities. Number 9 is you're developing more advanced awareness and spiritual intelligence. I feel like this just happens naturally as we are anchoring our multidimensional soul. You may start to have some precognition or even like remote viewing happening, visioning, third eye activity, lights blinking, seeing little light phenomena around you in the air. You may be really starting to tune into your gifts, your abilities, your clairs, clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairsentience, sensing in the body. The things that we used to associate only with psychics and mediums, and we used to think, oh, psychics and mediums have that, but I don't. Those belong to all of us. We are all multidimensional. And as you come online, yeah, you're going to be psychic. You're going to have some mediumship coming in. You might see spirits, sense them. You may also gravitate to light language. If you don't know what light language is, I've got it all over my channel and you can look it up too. But this is a multidimensional language of the universe. And when you are becoming more multidimensional, you are gravitating to those forms of communication, sound healing, more multidimensional forms of higher realms communication, like psychic communication, telepathy, light language, codes, sign language. And if you have this already and you do speak light language, or sometimes, or you hear it, or it comes through your hands, marinate in that, bring it through more. Your higher self is trying to anchor your multidimensional soul and bring it here into this realm. Or listen to light language. Sometimes you can listen to it as you're going to sleep and really marinate in those frequencies, and it brings your multidimensionality online as well. Raises your vibration. It exists in a higher vibration. it bypasses our human egoic mind, which exists in a lower vibration. So marinate in that if you feel drawn to it. You may be awakening your own the more multidimensional you become. Number 10. Now, this one I think some people might be confused by. And honestly, I don't really have any proof for it other than my own experience. Your chakras are merging into a light channel. And it's not going to mean that you don't have chakras anymore. You will have chakras. They're all over your body. However, they'll be waking up. You're opening your wisdom centers. Your memories exist in your body, and your chakras are your soul consciousness coming through to interpret the energies. So as you are paying more attention to your chakras, clearing them, bringing your soul consciousness online there, what's also simultaneously happening is that your light core, or this big beam of light that runs through your body from your crown all the way down, parallel to your spine, and all the way down into your earth star chakra, really, it will be increasing its capacity, which means your internal light resources are coming online more and more. And when you tune into that, it will be more satisfying, spiritually responsive and satisfying than just tuning into one single chakra. This is just my experience. And of course, the queen chakra is always the heart. And I feel like the light core, or the light channel, is really centralized around that. And it speaks to all of the other chakras. But it is happening that we are merging those as we become more and more multidimensional. It's like we are becoming this light body, this beam of light eventually. Um, and I'm not there yet, I'll tell you, but I do feel it happening, and I sense it happening in other humans that I work with as well. Doesn't it feel nice to be becoming more multidimensional, more of yourself and your authentic self shining through? Thank you so much for tuning into me today and sharing this time with me. If you liked this video, give it a like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, become a subscriber. Let's talk more. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.